Hey guys, sorry we were MIA for a whole week there. I'm gonna try and get a video filmed and get y'all caught up of what's been happening. A week ago, my grandpa had several issues going on. We had to take him to the ER, and me and my grandmother been switching off shifts, staying with him at the hospital. He's not been in good shape, and he's still not out of the woods. He has made improvements, but it's been really tough and hard on all of us. And my mom actually just came out a couple days ago, and so she's helping with the shifts and watching him and stuff. So basically everything that I've had planned, has been put aside for right now. But I've been home for a couple days trying to get a break and trying to get some mental sanity. Hey. And so don't have much time, but I figure, while I groom my horse, I can go ahead and kind of talk to y'all with what I'm dealing with really right now. Because honestly, if I wait till things settle, I'll probably never come back to it. And the whole purpose of this channel is to be genuine, to let y'all in on the real stuff that I'm dealing with. This isn't just stuff that I go and kind of make up. It's actual life for me. And so I wanted to go ahead and address it while it's fresh in my mind. And is real for us. So bear with me. I normally kind of have everything planned out of what I'm going to do, what I'm going to say, and I don't have that today. It's definitely bare minimum today, and I don't feel like being on camera, so I'm not going to be on camera. So sorry, y'all. We are just working with what we got here, which is just a little bit of what fumes I have left. So with everything that's going on with my family and then just general responsibilities at home, I've kind of been floating in and out of guilt, that there's not enough of me to go around. I want to be there for my grandparents, and right now he's kind of a lot to handle in the hospital. And then, I've got life stuff, that's happening. I feel guilty for the horse, because, right now living circumstances isn't the best. We are still trying to put together our homestead here, and with him being the only horse out here, I'm kind of, responsible for keeping him busy and happy. And so being gone for a whole week, puts a strain on him and everyone. Obviously his feet have kind of backslid because I haven't been here to soak them and pick them every day, which has been rough. And I've got a dog that's got a hernia that, we just found out the week before all this happened. So, I'm feeling spent, and I'm generally in charge of, stuff of keeping the house maintained and doing groceries, buying food, and I kind of have responsibility for outside stuff too. Since I'm not employed anywhere, I kind of fill in and do a lot of work, wherever I'm needed. So all this stuff is just kind of been piling up on me, literally and then mentally. When I'm here and not at the hospital, haven't really been recuperating, because then it's catch up on all the backslide of stuff at home. Gotta go to the bank, gotta buy groceries, gotta fill up with fuel, gotta run to the vet's office because this animal's out of that meds, so I keep telling everybody I feel like that hamster that has lost his footing in the hamster wheel, and it's just spinning out of control, and I'm just kind of flopping around in it. And so today, I mean, it started last night, but really this morning I kind of got up and I was like, okay, God, like, I'm really struggling, kind of crumbling under the pressure of all the responsibilities, you know, at home, you know, my grandpa's health, being there for my grandma to help her, how she needs, all of it. I just feel like this weight's crushing me, and that there's not enough of me to go around, and I'm about to like reach my breaking point, you know, emotionally and mentally. Because I'm a very type A person, you know, I like things to be planned out, and I'm very dedicated, so I go all in, and sometimes too all in to things, and I get in a bad way, and I can just tell that that's literally where I've gotten to in all of this. It's been too much, you know. I've overexerted in certain areas, and you know, I'm having nightmares when I go to sleep, you know, and I can't go 10 minutes without worrying about something. So today, when I had my quiet time with God, I just really kind of, you know, started crying, and I was like, God, you know, God, I'm at my breaking point, you know, like, I don't know how much more of this I can do. You know, I'm struggling kind of with where I stand mentally and emotionally, and I've got to be there. Like, I've got to be there for the house stuff. I've got to be there to take shifts to help out my mom and my grandmother. And I'm like, I don't have it in me. If something goes wrong, like, I'm gonna lose it, have a meltdown. You know, I'm not doing well at all. And so I'm like, God, I don't know how to balance it. I'm at the end of my rope, and I just need you. I need some encouragement. I need some kind of answer. And so when I got done with my prayer, I got my Bible and I kind of turned it and just was with my eyes closed, like thumbing across all the pages, and was just like, okay, God, tell me where to stop. And I opened up the Bible to Luke chapter 10, and starting in verse 38. It's the story of Mary and Martha, and I'm just gonna paraphrase here because, like I said, I haven't really had time or, you know, the mental capability to think all of this stuff out. So I'm just kind of shooting it, you know, from the hip today, guys. I'm sorry it's a little less professional, but I still wanted to share this with y'all, and this is the only kind of opportunity. If I don't do it now, it won't happen. But Jesus is visiting their house, and the two sisters, Martha and Mary, are doing two different things. So Martha is going around being like the good host, you know. My type A personality really connects with Martha, like, you know, making sure everybody's fed, everything's clean, you know, and just going around making sure that everybody's taken care of and comfortable. And Mary, on the other hand, she's sitting at Jesus's feet, and she's listening to him talk and teach, and basically just soaking in all of God that she can get. And Martha, of course, is getting tired because she's the only one working to keep the house nice and all the guests happy. And she goes and she complains to Jesus, and she's like, hey, you know, I'm the only one here working my tail off. Would you please tell my sister to help me? Like, this is her responsibility too. It's not just me. Woo. Big win. And he said, no, no, Martha. Like, Mary has chosen to do the right thing. Like, there are many things that you can do, and what Martha was doing was not bad. Like, she was doing a service to her guests, but she put into jeopardy the opportunity to connect and have a relationship with Jesus. And Mary, on the other hand, she chose the other. Instead of service, she chose to connect and meet with her Savior. Whew, y'all, sorry about the wind. It's probably going to be a little crazy. And you know, it just hit me. Like, I've always connected more with Martha than Mary. And I've tried to do things in my life to really kind of change the perspective of, yes, work is good. Yes, service is good. I absolutely hate laziness. I'm actually not even really good at just relaxing or sitting still. And so I know that, and I try to work on that. And probably, you know, my horse helps me in that a little bit, because you can't just march on through and have this set of goals and be like, okay, this is what we're going to do today. You know, those goals change. You know, the horse may need something different that day. And then a lot of times you need to wait, you know, like, give them a chance to process. Or we ask too much, you know, too fast. And so like I know that, I'm aware of that, I'm trying to work on that. I enjoy that my horse reminds me of that, you know. It's not just to check off the to-do list, you know, you need to be there, be present, and you need to be a little bit flexible. But it's a little bit harder, I guess, for me to accept when there's so much going on right now. Like, my grandpa needs a lot of attention. And it's not just like you're going to the hospital and you're just, well, whenever he's got to get up to go pee, help him, or, you know, help him, you know, get his food or whatever. It's not like that. It's literally the whole time you're there, you're having to deal with things. And it's very, very, very mentally, emotionally, and physically taxing. And so I have a whole new appreciation for anybody who works in the health field, and especially those with elderly people. It is definitely not the skill set or the gift that God has given me, and I literally mean it when it is a gift for people to be able to do that and serve that way. And so I've got a whole new appreciation for that, because it is kicking my tail. And more than just that, man, I've been struggling with this guilt, you know, of not being able to do it all, you know. And I'm getting to the point like Martha, like, okay, like, I need some help, I need some reprieve, like, I can't keep doing all this. But the reality is maybe I'm taking on more than what God has even asked me to do. Yes, I moved here to help my grandparents, and absolutely will help them. You know, yes, as a wife, I'm called to certain house duties. You know, I will do that. But those things cannot replace or go ahead of relational things, you know. I was even telling my husband, I'm like, you know, I'm not even making up good conversations when I'm with my grandpa, because I'm so focused on what is he going to need in this moment, that I'm not even relating personally when he's awake, when he is feeling good, you know. And certainly I have not been, oh man, you're so flaky. This is what happens when I've been gone for like a whole week, y'all. But I'm not even giving God the time of day that I should have been. Am I praying? Yes. You know, but am I really getting away and being like, thanking him for the little victories that have happened this week. Not as much as I should. And I'm definitely, I'm feeling pressure of things that, I just don't think God's putting on me, even the pressure to do videos, because trying to stay on a schedule, keeping a routine up, but family stuff happens, and guess what? I'm not posting. Like, it's not happening, because that's not what's the most important thing, I guess what I'm asking is, anybody who's watching this, it's definitely more about me this week. And I'm asking if y'all have seen this, say a prayer for me to help me put things in the right order. Like, I'm overwhelmed, and if I try to be all things for everybody and take care of every little thing, eventually it's all going to come crashing down, because no one person's capable of that. But there are things that I should be doing, and I think God's really trying to get a hold of me and say, okay, don't let all of the crowding thoughts of the whole to-do list of everything that you've planned in life that's been put on hold or turned upside down, don't let that cause you angst, and instead focus on the most important thing, which number one is God. I won't be any good to anybody if I don't cling to him. And then under that would be then my relationships within my family. So I'm having a hard time trying to balance that. And maybe some of y'all can relate to that too. Sorry, it's not more thought out, and it's not, perfectly planned with good points where I feel like I'm sharing something with y'all to help y'all. It's definitely, this is more of just kind of a barnside confession of where I'm at, what I'm struggling with, and what God's trying to teach me about what's most important. Because I'm definitely drowning in the to-do list right now and feeling like a failure, of not being capable of doing everything. And so I hope y'all will pray for me that way. Know that next week there's probably not going to be a video. Not really sure when life will get back to normal. It's already been a week. We're probably going to have another week of this, at least. And then it may be trying to find a new normal. We don't know. But certainly need prayers all the way around. I know that I haven't forgotten about y'all, and this is a calling that God's called me to as well. And whenever I can find moments to fit it in, I will fit it in. But it may not be as good as I would like it to be, or picture perfect and edited and all this stuff. It probably won't be that. But that's okay. I'm going to put things in perspective and put things in order that they need to be in. And I'm not going to beat myself up if I can't get it all done. God didn't call me to do everything on my own. And he's sending help, and he's strengthening me, and he's, working to change my perspective on things and help me to realize where I need to prioritize. And that now I'm not Superwoman, and I can't do it all. And that's just the fact. So yeah, please pray for us. Please pray for my grandpa, my grandma. And God's got a plan. He wasn't surprised by it. And he knows exactly what we need to be doing. And so just ask that God gives us clarity in all of that. So whenever I can, I'll update y'all again. Miss y'all, miss my horse, miss normal life. But we'll get after it, okay? All right. We'll talk to you next week if we can. If not, it'll be as soon as we can. All right, guys. Bye. If you like this video, please like and subscribe to our channel. Please feel free to leave a comment about a prayer request or let us know if you are praying for us. We'd love to hear from you.